The Western Players Radio Group present Rex Monday Investigates, the strange case of the missing heiress, written and directed by Andrew Barber.
My mother warned me about this place. She practically begged me not to come. She told me, "You're just a lad from little old London town. I know what you're like, son. You will be led astray by the bright lights and fast women of that Babylon. You're not ready for Swindon." And she was right. I wasn't ready, and I was led astray. But nobody is really ready for Swindon. Like nobody is really ready for death or childbirth. You just try not to look surprised when it happens. It's all there. All the good and bad of any big city. The sleazy jazz clubs of downtown Commercial Road. The uptown glitz of the Paradise Ballroom and the Flamingo Club and Casino in Old Town. The sounds, the smells, the life and death struggle of walking the notorious Manchester Road. The biggest red light district this side of Berlin. I was just a hick, a greenhorn, a rube from London. A little town you've probably never heard of. How could I hope to survive the distractions and temptations of Swindon, where the streets are paved with gold? But those slick, fast-talking hustlers will strip you to the bone before they've even drawn breath. Now, someone once said that New York was a thug in a cocktail dress. But I could handle New York. Swindon could leave that thug laying in a puddle of their own blood and vomit and still make a profit from selling the dress. Swindon. Pig Hill. The big fry-up. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. In the town that's so good, they only named it once, because respect means never having to repeat yourself. Are you getting all this, Velma? My memoirs aren't going to type themselves. And could you please turn off that radio?
Could you repeat that, Rex? You talk too fast. I got it up to, "She practically begged me to come." But then I had that as "piratically begged me to come," and I imagined your mother with a wooden leg and an eye patch and a parrot. Then I kind of drifted out, thinking of her stealing silks and spices from Spanish merchants, with a cutlass in her hand and a dagger between her teeth.
You're a real swell dame, Velma, but sometimes I wonder what I pay you for. She begged me not to come anyway, without the wooden leg and the parrot. Although she did have an eye patch. That's what you get from bluffing with a pair of twos.
You know you love me, baby. I'm just waiting for you to give me a ring. And I don't mean a phone call.
Private detective marrying his glamorous secretary? In 1928? You know no woman will ever make me a cliché angel face. Now, get me the scotch out of the filing cabinet. There's a good girl. It's nearly 10:15, for goodness sake. What were you thinking?
I was thinking about your mother making you walk the plank because you were looking for love with all those dirty chorus girls uptown, when it was right under your nose all along, but you were too proud to see it.
Oh, you know I love you, honey lamb. You think I employ you for your secretarial skills?
Thanks. I think. Here's your drink.
Ah, cheers, doll. Here's mud in your eye. So, what do we have on today?
Your 3 o'clock cancelled.
Was that the missing heiress?
No, that's your 10:30. 3 o'clock was the one with the triads in Chinatown.
Oh, yes. No, they were swearing at the priest of Our Lady of Lawns. And he wanted me to put some pressure on them.
That's the one. Turns out it was all a misunderstanding. The padre asked where they were from and they told him. What sounded like swearing is actually a province in China.
Oh, those inscrutable Chinamen. Always doing something that confuses people.
That wall was pretty confusing. I think they put all their livestock on the wrong side of it, because they do eat a lot of rice and bean sprouts, which mysteriously taste like an orange or something.
Confucius say, when people make rice and bean sprouts taste like an orange, it's because some dirty rat has already taken all of the meat.
I don't think Confucius really said that.
Well, someone probably did. Maybe it was Charlie Chan.
It seems too racially insensitive for him. Are you sure it wasn't Rudyard Kipling? I think your 10:30 appointment is early. Shall I send them in?
Sure. As soon as you've poured me another drink.
What did your last slave die of?
She asked too many questions. Curiosity doesn't just kill the cat.
Here is another drink for you, as it is now 10:18 in the morning, and you must be parched after all your hard work. Now I'm going to answer the door because it's giving me a headache. Your 10:30 appointment is here, Mr. Monday.
Thanks, Velma. You may go. Good morning. I am Rex Monday, and you, I believe, are Baroness Fothergale of Fothergale Manor. Ooh, one of the loveliest stately homes in Swindon.
Please call me Jane. But however did you deduce that?
Oh, I agree. It can be challenging reading Velma's handwriting in the appointment book. I think she was raised by wolves. But I'm always willing to go the extra mile for a client, especially one from such an illustrious family as yours.
Oh, it pleases me that you've heard of the Fothergales. We have declined in fortunes a little of late.
But you are not so diminished that your daughter was safe from kidnappers.
No, we are not that diminished, no. Those blackguards want £5,000 for Daphne's safe return.
Ooh, 5,000? Oh, you could almost buy a whole street of houses for that sort of money.
I think that rather depends on where one lives.
Kidnapping is a crime. Why have you not informed the police?
My family is old, Mr. Monday, and a house does not survive for that long by allowing scandal to reduce us. We would prefer this to be handled discreetly, and we understand that you might have to employ methods that would be inappropriate for the police.
I hope you're not asking me to do anything illegal, Baroness.
Jane, please. I'm not asking you to do anything, Mr. Monday, except facilitate the safe return of my daughter. The methods you choose to accomplish that are at your own professional discretion, and I would not presume to tell you how to do your job. One does not keep a dog and bark oneself.
As you wish, Jane.
I'm glad we understand each other.
I think we do. This sort of job, I'm afraid, comes at a premium. there is the potential for legal and other expenses that I may have to incur. I would have to ask for part payment up front.
That can be arranged. Shall we say half now and half on completion of the job?
That would be acceptable.
Splendid. I shall send my man Cavendish around with the money as soon as I return from the bank. Please hurry, Mr. Monday. Every second counts.
Of course, Baroness. Oh, sorry, Jane. I will start making preliminary inquiries immediately.
I appreciate your urgency, Mr. Monday.
Thank you for using Mundy and Associates. Velma will see you out.
You called, Mr. Monday?
Yes, Velma. Perhaps you could see Baroness Fothergale to the door? I have some phone calls to make.
Of course, Mr. Monday. This way, please, your baronessship. So what are you going to do?
I need a drink to think about this. The bottle is on top of the filing cabinet. You didn't put it away, you naughty girl.
Are you going to spank me?
Oh, play your cards right, doll, and I just might. In the meantime, I'm dying of thirst here.
For someone who doesn't want to be seen as a cliché, you do drink a lot of whiskey for a hard-boiled detective walking the mean streets of this spiritual home of vice and intrigue.
Ever see a private detective who didn't enjoy the taste of malt liquor? It's not a cliché if it's a part of the job. It's just a duty.
I think duty is why it costs so much. It's not a reason to drink it.
Oh, no. Women like you are a reason to drink it. And now hand me my fedora and trench coat. Or are they clichés too?
I'm sure they're just fashion statements.
That's right. See you soon, Sugar Plum.
Kill the music, will you, Max? No, Dotty, it's the lechulate hornpipe steps after the second chorus. Until then, you're still doing the Wootton Bassett shuffle with a half putt and 1-2 on the 3 and 4, okay? Ooh, take 5, everyone. I can see I have some distracting business to attend to. How you doing, Rex, baby?
Oh, nice to see you again, Tallulah. How's tricks?
You know I don't turn tricks no more, Rex. I'm a respectable woman now with a good job. Those dancers that you love so much won't choreograph themselves.
Oh, I knew that. I meant, how are things? Are you keeping well?
As well as I can be, only seeing you when you have questions about something.
You know I have to work, Angel Cake. I can't spend all of my time telling you how good you look in a sequin dress.
Then what is time for?
Time is for solving cases.
And that's all you're here for?
Oh, sorry, sweet cheeks. But would you want a man who didn't care about his job?
I want a man who makes me his job.
And I want information. Now, which of us do you think will get what they want?
You, honey. You know I can never deny you anything.
Oh, don't you forget it, Hot Lips. So, I'm looking for someone. Now, do you know Lady Daphne Fothergale? According to society gossip pages, she spends a lot of time here at the Flamingo. Have you seen much of her recently?
She used to come here a lot. I've not seen her for about 3 days.
Oh, that's when she was last seen. What happened that night?
She usually came in with a different man each night. You know that high-class flapper set. It's all fun, fun, fun with them. She loved the pineapple daiquiris, I know that much. She used to come in with a different chinless wonder every night. Earl this, Viscount that. You know how many noble families live in Swindon.
Yeah, I often see Swindon referred to in the papers as the playground of the aristocracy. It's the French Riviera of the southwest, apparently.
Yeah, you often see them water skiing from their yachts on the canal, if they're not snowboarding down Mount Swindon. You have to feel sorry for the Alps. How could St. Moritz or Gstaad compete with that? Half the House of Lords have cabins there now. And at least a dozen European princes, counts and ambassadors. That resort has really taken off.
Yes. We all know about how Barry the Buzzard popularised winter sports in Swindon. I did go to school, so I'm not here for a history lesson. What about the girl?
Oh yes, it was a surprise to see her ladyship with the same man for a week. They were inseparable. He never let her out of his sight.
And you saw this man? Who was he?
They called him Don, which seemed strange, as I think he was from Sicily. Isn't Donald a Scottish name?
Donald is. Don is what the mafia call their boss.
He was from one of the 5 families of Swindon.
Yeah, I think so. Did they call him anything else?
No, just Don. But he did leave something behind. It was a book of matches from a restaurant. I kept it because I liked the design.
Which restaurant?
Giuseppe's Olive Garden. You know, Little Italy.
I know everywhere in Swindon. Many of my cases take me to Little Italy.
It's down on Luciano Avenue at the end of Chico Mark Street, opposite the cathedral.
Thanks, doll. You're the bee's knees.
And you're the wasp's elbows. You know I mean it, baby.
I know, sugar lips. I just don't care.
Ah, what a guy.
Okay, Giuseppe. I know you're in there. I can hear your violinist.
What for you make all of this a noise? It's my daughter's wedding day.
For God's sake, Giuseppe. You're a notter from a bloody Dol Mio. I know you're from Pinehurst. And you don't even have a daughter. I'm not a tourist.
Nah, of course you're not a bloody tourist, because this is Swindon, innit? And I'm not a bloody train. So what do you want, Rex? Of all the pizzerias, trattorias and restaurantes in Little Italy, you had to walk into mine.
It would be easier for me to walk into your restaurant if you came down and opened the door.
Alright, fine. I'll be right down.
I wanted to ask you some questions about one of your customers.
My customers are the quiet type. They don't like people asking questions about them.
Your customers are implicated in just about every crime committed in Swindon.
They are all respectful businessmen from Swindon's Italian and Sicilian communities, and they would resent those accusations.
And is resentment the reason there are so many bodies under the new cathedral car park? I believe your brother got the contract for the building work, did he not?
Who told you there was bodies there?
It doesn't matter who told me. What should be occupying your attention is who I might tell.
Rex, you're an old friend, and I would of course be happy to answer your questions.
I thought so. Lady Daphne Fothergale. Do you know her?
I wouldn't say I know her exactly. Met her once or twice.
She came to your restaurant?
Yes?
Who did she come with?
Ugh, you remember such things. Pretty girl like that, she knows a lot of men.
Someone who wanted to keep his brother out of jail might remember that.
You're a real piece of work, Monday. You know that?
So I'm told. But I get results. And I am always prepared.
Fine. You can put your gun away now. I don't want no trouble. It was Alfonso Monteverdi.
Don Monteverdi?
I wouldn't know about that. The one I was talking about is a respectful businessman and a cherished member of...
The Italian and Sicilian communities of Swindon, yes, you said.
Then I think we're done here.
Yeah, I think so. Ciao, Giuseppe. Arrivederci. Velma, I'm back. Have you got that radio on again? And playing jazz? This is not some seedy speakeasy on Commercial Road. This is a respectable detective's office.
Jazz reminds me of you. It's passionate, soulful, unexpected, and I don't suppose I'll ever really understand it. It's just one of life's eternal mysteries, and that's why I'll never be able to give it up. Without you, Rex, there is no music in my life.
And without you, Velma, I would have no reason to ask you to pour me a scotch.
Yes, you must be really suffering from dehydration. It's almost 15 degrees out there.
Any messages while I was gone? And why is there glass all over the floor?
One of the messages came wrapped around a brick.
Well, I'm guessing it wasn't this one. The Western players are doing the importance of being earnest at the Mechanics Institute.
No, they don't usually market themselves so aggressively. It was this one.
Stay away from Daphne, or the next message will be wrapped around a hand grenade. Not sure I'd be able to read that message, to be honest. It would probably look like confetti.
Also, you wouldn't have long to read it. Those things only have like a 5-second fuse. I'm surprised you could read that one so easily. It's made of letters cut from newspapers.
You have to be able to do these things when you're a detective.
Like drinking scotch all day.
Oh, yes. All part of the job. But you know what?
What?
These weren't from newspapers. They were from books. Look at the paper. That's not newspaper paper. It's too thick.
You're right. And they're all different books. No reputable typesetter would use so many fonts for the same text.
I knew it. We're looking for a disreputable typesetter.
No, Rex. I think we might be looking for someone with a lot of books. Books they don't mind cutting up to use for threatening notes.
Yes, that makes even more sense. And that makes my job even easier.
How do you mean?
Well, this is Swindon, hot legs. Nobody here would cut up their own books, assuming they even had any. To the Grand Central Library. Excuse me. I am Rex Monday, and I have some urgent questions. My apologies. I am a man of action. My name is Rex Monday, and I would like to ask you some questions about books.
OK, that is my job after all. I answer questions about books all day, but just do it quietly.
Have you had any books returned in a damaged condition?
Funny you should say that. Usually, we just get the usual damage.
The usual?
The pages stuck together in a certain type of romantic fiction, that kind of thing.
Yes. Bodice rippers.
Yes, quite. Confessions of a chambermaid, a secret diary of an Edwardian gardener, that kind of thing. But recently, the damage has been more surgical.
Surgical?
Like the letters have been cut out deliberately. An S here, a T there, a D there.
What sort of books were these?
Strangely enough, they were all books about accordions.
Accordions?
Yes. They are musical instruments played with a keyboard. They're a kind of portable organ. You see, the reeds are...
I know what an accordion is. I was just surprised.
Oh, it is surprising, yes. Signor Monteverdi seems like such a cultured man, not a vandal.
What does he have to do with it?
He checked out the books. But he's always so courteous. Such lovely old-world manners. He paid for them to be replaced and even bought us a coffee machine as a goodwill gesture. Now we can drink cappuccinos all day if we want.
I think Signor Monteverdi and I need to have a little chat.
I am sure you'll enjoy that. Oh, such a kind man. Oh, please thank him for the coffee machine. But if you get a chance, could you ask him how to make frappuccinos? We can do espressos, cappuccinos, mochas, and mochachinos, but there just doesn't seem to be a setting for that.
I think the secret of making a frappuccino is to boil some of the water, but make the rest...
Freeze!
Ah, I see. Thanks. But please keep your voice down. This is a library, you know.
You're coming with us, Monday. You have a lot of questions to answer.
Strange. Usually I'm the one asking the questions, officer. What have I done?
That's for us to decide. This way.
But you said it wouldn't be until Monday, and today is only Thursday.
I said this way.
Okay. I'm coming.
Okay, boys, you can take off the blindfold now.
Where am I?
If I wanted you to know that, Mr. Monday, I wouldn't have had you blindfolded. Let's just say that we're somewhere nobody can hear you scream.
I'm not the screaming kind, I assure you. I take it you're Don Monteverdi, and this is your fabled vineyard?
Fabled? I understood it was quite discreet.
Then you've been talking to people with no curiosity or observational skills. I possess both.
So I see. I expect you're wondering why I had you brought here today.
Well, I assumed it was to follow up on your message, wrapped around a brick and thrown through my window.
Oh, I do hope my boys don't disturb your decor too much. I brought you here today to tell you to back off. I'm not a man who usually gives warnings, but in your case I'll make an exception.
Oh, I'm flattered.
Don't be. I need you to tell Baroness Fothergale that all is well with her daughter.
And why would I do that?
Because all is well with her daughter, Mr. Monday.
Are you Lady Daphne Fothergale?
I am she, and as you can see, I am quite unharmed.
And this man kidnapped you?
This man saved me.
He saved you?
Do you know what it feels like to be a bird in a gilded cage, Mr. Monday? Forever trapped behind bars of luxury, never able to escape the stultifying boredom of a life of privilege?
I must admit, I do not. But I am willing to learn. I've been in some pretty luxurious bars before, and I never wanted to leave any of them.
Be careful of what you wish for, Mr. Monday. It might not be as you hoped. I hated that life. Never able to be myself. Never free to make my own choices. Never able to truly love.
So who do you truly love?
Not who, Mr. Monday. What? I had no idea the accordion was such a passionate instrument, capable of such sublime dynamism and subtlety. When I think of the years I spent learning flute and cello, because that's what good girls do, I am sickened by my poor choices and the time I wasted. I have the soul of an accordionist.
So you weren't actually kidnapped by this man or his goons?
Of course not, Signor Monteverdi. He introduced me to the accordion and even gave me some lessons. I've been staying in his guest wing to listen to his recordings of great accordion music. He's been helping me to achieve my destiny.
And what is that exactly?
To be the greatest accordionist of all the times. She really does have a gift for it. In the old country, we would listen to the accordion all night long, but never like she plays.
I knew Mummy would never approve. She always called it the devil's instrument, like it was a depraved version of a church organ, played by bards and not monks.
She does have a point.
Yes, but the bards will always tell you the stories that the monks would never dare, and I prefer those sort of stories.
I see. So, what did you need the money for?
Signor Monteverdi has arranged passage for me to Sicily, to study under the great accordion teachers at the Corleone University. I will also get my own accordion built to my specifications.
Her fingers are so delicate and ladylike, she can never really reach her full potential on an accordion built for a man. Such a virtuosa deserves her own instrument built by the Stradivarius of accordions himself.
So let me get this straight. You faked your own kidnapping because you wanted money for music lessons? And you and the Baroness had musical differences?
Yes, and I also wanted my own accordion.
I see. Well, I believe that answers all of my questions. Although probably not those of your mother.
I am a grown woman, Mr. Mundy, able to make my own choices in life. If the suffragettes taught us anything, it's that a woman should never settle for what she is supposed to do. She should aspire to what she wants to do, and I want to play the accordion.
I shall let your mother know that you are safe and well.
Thank you for your understanding, Mr. Munday.
I've been in Swindon a long time, your ladyship. I've often seen things that make me question my own certainty. I can only hope your mother is as understanding. Thank you for your hospitality, Signor Monteverdi. I shall send you a bill for my broken window.
I shall look forward to it. But as I don't want you knowing the precise location of my vineyard...
What? What happened?
I don't know. I came back from lunch and you were passed out on the front steps. Did you forget your key again? Left it in some sleazy dive with some sleazy woman, I expect.
I didn't pass out. I was knocked out. Don Monteverdi's goons must have done this.
Really? I can smell the whiskey from here.
Of course you can smell whiskey. I've been drinking since breakfast. What did you expect to smell?
I know what I can smell right now. Let's just say it comes from a farmyard animal, or possibly a bat.
I was really knocked out by his goons. And for the love of God, could you please turn off that damn radio? My head is banging.
Well, I'm glad you're awake now anyway. The Baroness is due in 10 minutes. And it sounds like she's early again. The Baroness is here, Mr. Munday.
Baroness, good to see you again. Apologies for my demeanour. I just had an unfortunate incident with two of Swindon's mafiosi.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I understand that your job can be dangerous. This is why I pay you so much. Do you have any news on my daughter? I have now paid the ransom, but she was not returned to me.
I do have news, but I don't think you're going to like it.
Is this news accordion related?
I'm afraid so. It seems she faked the kidnapping herself. Because you disapproved of the accordion?
I am a right-thinking member of society. Of course I disapprove of the accordion. It's the devil's organ. A young lady should play harp or piano. Even something like a flute or cello would be appropriate. But an accordion? Never. She might as well want to play the damned banjo.
I understand your feelings about the accordion. Believe me, I do. But she is a grown woman. Shouldn't she be allowed to make these mistakes for herself? If you love her, let her go.
But it's an accordion. Have you never heard what they sound like? They're like bagpipes with a keyboard.
I know. And I know it's hard to understand that our children want different things to us. But I think you have to accept this, Baroness. Really, I do. I've spoken to your daughter and she is resolute. She believes the accordion is her destiny. And I understand she has some talent for it.
But the accordion? It's a tool of Satan.
It's not the instrument that matters, Baroness. It's the music. Well, who's to say she wouldn't use it to play hymns? Now, I can see that you are a godly woman, a woman of faith. In the right hands, any instrument is an instrument of the Lord. I'm sure if you played the accordion, it would be much less hellish than you imagine.
Having heard what she can make of the harp sound like, I'm inclined to agree with you. She did not make it sound like an instrument of heaven.
Well, any tool can be a weapon, Baroness, and any weapon a tool. Does not the Bible entreat us to turn both swords into ploughshares and ploughshares into swords? There is a time for everything under the sun, even the accordion.
You are a wise man, Mr. Monday. And whether I like the outcome or not, you have solved the mystery of my missing daughter. I will, of course, pay you the remainder of your fee.
Plus expenses.
Plus expenses. Good day, Mr. Monday.
And to you, dear Baroness.
You rang, Mr. Monday.
I did. Perhaps you could see the Baroness out? She needs to visit the bank.
Of course, Mr. Monday. This way, please. So that's another case solved by the great Rex Monday.
Yep. I think that calls for a drink to celebrate. Pass me the scotch, will you?
You're going to pour your own drink? What happened?
I'm in a bit of a rush.
You don't have any more appointments today?
No, I have to see a man about a ring.
A ring?
A ring.
Does this mean what I think it means?
I think so.
About time too?
Yes, I agree. Sugar Ray has been waiting for this rematch for over a year.
What?
Oh, didn't I mention it? It's the heavyweight championship fight tonight at the Flamingo Casino, and I still need a ticket. I was talking about a boxing ring. What did you think I meant?
Why, you...
Got to run. See you soon, honey bunch.
Get back I hope you didn't like this vase. One day, Rex, you will be mine. One day.
In Rex Monday Investigates, The Strange Case of the Missing Heiress, the radio play by Andrew Barber, Rex was played by Adrian Peace, Velma by Riann Booroff, Tallulah by Ian Young, Baroness Fothergale by Gill Brain, Lady Daphne Fothergale by Zena Howarth, Giuseppe by Michael Bentley, The Librarian by Roger Trayhurn, Don Monteverdi by Richard Wilde, and The Cop by Michael Mannion. Recording, music and sound effects by Andrew Barber. Produced and directed by Andrew Barber.